How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to just talk about a bit your story in life, how your story is your creation and how it affects you and how it plays out and what you do about it, and how it plays out on a day-to-day basis and how it ends up is completely up to you. You have all that power in your hands. And the reason why this is so important is because every moment in your life, every decision that you make is another opportunity to change how the next moment is going to play out, right? And when we go through the early stages of trying to quit drinking alcohol, we're bombarded by a lot of different emotions and feelings, and if you're looking on the internet, which you obviously are if you're looking at this, for information on how to proceed and what's the best way of quitting drinking and what's the best way of getting over cravings and how do you sleep and so on and so forth. There's just a lot of information, and that information can affect your decisions. It can affect how you move forwards. And my whole thing with alcohol mastery is to try and approach quitting drinking alcohol from the perspective that you're moving into something which is better, right? Otherwise, what's the point? There's no point in doing this if you're going into something which is worse. And if you can get over that initial hurdle of the first month or 2 months or 3 months or whatever it is, get over that first year, you're going to see massive changes in your life. Not only in the way you feel and your health and the consequences of not having alcohol in your life anymore, not having alcohol in your body, but there's so many different knock-on effects from that, right? And moving forward on that vein, getting away from alcohol, focusing your mind on something in your future, right, that you want to change, right? Something in your future that you want to aim for. Once you have that firmly in your mind, there are so many different roadblocks that you can put up in front of yourself that are going to stop you from doing that, from achieving your goals, and that are going to pull you back. And I'm talking about stuff like calling yourself an alcoholic, right? Saying that the alcohol has got any power over you whatsoever. Pause. This is PAWS, post-alcohol withdrawal syndrome. These are all things which suck the power from you and give it to something else outside. And it's not something that's real, The label alcoholic is not real, It's just something that's made up by somebody else. It's something which takes you, which isolates you from the crowd, from the normal people, makes you different, weak. Same thing with alcohol, if you say it's the alcohol, it's the alcohol is the demon here, and the alcohol is the thing that's causing me to want to do it. Alcohol is just a liquid that's in a bottle. It can't do anything to you unless you actually pick it up and put it into your mouth. And in order to get to the state where you are now, you've had to do that, lifting the glass up to your mouth, hundreds of thousands of times. And each one of those times was an opportunity for you to say no, to stop, to do something different, right? And you didn't, so fair enough, you didn't do it then, but you have a choice and the chance, the opportunity of doing it now. Pause is another one. It's something that is supposedly 6, 7, 8 months into the future when, as far as I'm concerned, you should be well away from alcohol. You shouldn't be even thinking about it no more, apart from the odd bit of, frivolous thought that comes through your mind and says, oh yeah, I'd love a drink in this situation, We all get that. I get that still, after 4 years. But it's something that you acknowledge, you sort of let it go. It's nothing. It's just a thought. It's the same kind of thinking that says, I'd love to smack that fella in the face, or, kick that dog up its arse, or I'd love to eat that double cheeseburger with 5 slices of cheese on it. Do you understand? It's you've got a choice in all of this, what you do with the thoughts that you have, what you do with the moments that you have. And the more you give credence to any of these things, the more of the power, your own power, that is draining away from you. And that's the thing that you need to hold on to the most, because your power is really all you've got. Everything that you do in life is based around your power to change from one moment to the next moment, right? To make the decision to change from one moment to the next moment, to break down your habits, to break them down into the rituals, and find the rituals and break down those rituals. And everything is there in your mind, everything is there in your body to do it. You don't need anything else. You've got all the answers that you need inside your mind, but you just have to direct your own mind in the right direction. If you don't, then you will be directed by other people, your environment, by the alcohol, by the terms that are floating around, alcoholic. So just remember that every day, every moment of every day, you have an opportunity to redirect the story that you're writing for yourself. Because believe me, regardless of whether you drink or you don't drink, you are writing your own story. That's just it. Regardless of whether you go out and get yourself fit or you don't get yourself fit, regardless of whether you eat so that you're obese or you eat so that you're skinny, right? Whether you're good to your children or you're not good to your children. Every decision that you make in life is your story, and you're writing your own story. So remember that at every opportunity, at every moment in life, you have the opportunity to change that story, to change the direction that story is going to go. And just because you've gone 10, 20 years, 30 years down a certain road doesn't mean to say that you're stuck or that you can't change in a moment. In a moment, that's how easy it is to change, to turn around and go back. It's how easy it is to make the decision to change. The change itself might not be so easy, but as we've seen, if you carry on down a destructive road, then life itself is going to get fucking tough. Life is going to be far more horrible than any moments that you're going to go through now where you're feeling discomfort. Push through the discomfort, change your life. That's it for today. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Take care of yourself, keep the alcohol out your mouth. Come over to the website, you'll find a load of stuff over here to help you, not just to quit alcohol, but to sort of push yourself into the right direction that you want to go, into the future that you want to take, onwards and upwards.